All right. All praises and honor and glory give to Mudimo, the creator of all things. All right. Welcome to our channel. My name is Brother Moapare. Okay, we greet all of you, my Bantu brothers and sisters who are scattered throughout the world. Okay, so in today's video, we're continuing the part 3. Okay, we want to discuss the 12 patriarchs' names. Okay, so now perhaps maybe before we do so, we should recap on part 2. Okay, part 2, you recall that we discussed about Dan. Okay, that Dan means Tana, and Tana means ride. Okay, and we said that Dan is a judge. Okay, so judges are on top, and judges are like when they give verdicts. Okay, if you go to Genesis 49, it talks about Dan being like a serpent. So when the house of Israel judging the world, Dan is the judge. And if you are convicted and you are found guilty, it's like we have been, if you like, bitten by a snake. Okay. All right. So and then we also discussed about Naphtali. Okay. We said it's ngapadile. Okay. Ngapadile. Remember that Naphtali, there was a rustle that we spoke about. That's the old Setswana, word, meaning to hold fast. And we also spoke about that it could be where you are scratching. Ngapakile and ngapadile. Okay. We are scratching. So as there was a wrestling between Rachel and Leah. Okay, so we also discussed about God, that he's like a troop. Okay, so God, we said that it's Khata. Okay, like as you see the soldiers marching on. Okay, so they are, they're trampling whatever wickedness that may come about. So God is like a troop. Okay, so and then we spoke about Asha. Okay, Asetle. We say that it is. Remember, the mother called her a blessing. That woman will call her a blessing. Okay, and Botswana, when they denote a blessing, Pula. Okay, meaning rain. Let it come. Okay, that's an expression of thankfulness, and it's an expression of giving, being gratitude for a blessing. So normally we'll say, rain, let it come, okay, as a blessing. Or when something is maybe a baby, asetle kapula, okay, meaning that let the offspring come with rain. Okay, with rain is an expression of a blessing. Okay, so therefore Asha is let it come with a blessing, or let it come with rain. Asetle. Okay, that is where we left off. Okay, so we'll continue today, the last part 3. So we are discussing let's find out what is happening. We are taking it from Genesis chapter 30 verse 14. And Reuben went in the days of wheat harvest and found mandrakes in the field and brought them unto his mother Leah. Then Rachel said to Leah, give me, I pray thee, of thy son's mandrakes. Okay, and she said unto her. Okay, so Rachel is conversing with Leah. And she said unto her, is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband, and wilt thou take away my son's mandrakes also? And Rachel said, therefore he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrakes. Okay, from here we can presume that the husband was staying with Rachel. Okay, so there was some trading in. Okay, tonight you will, you stay with her tonight, and whilst I give you the mandrakes. Okay, I think that was a deal that was taken there. Okay, verse 16. And Jacob came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went out to meet him, and said, Thou hast come in unto me, for surely I have hired thee with my son's mandrakes. And he lay with her that night. Okay, so this verifies what we are presuming that, okay, yeah, the Jacob was still staying with Leah, with Rachel, but that night she stayed with Rachel. Okay, and God hearkened unto Leah. Sorry, that night she stayed with Leah. Okay, and God hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bare Jacob the fifth son. Okay, all right. So now, verse 18. And Leah said, God hath given me my hire, because I have given my maiden to my husband. And she called his name Azakah. Okay, Azakah. Okay. Others have said that this is Iskaka. Okay, a servant. I think where they're getting this is let's look at this. Okay, so I think that from verses 14 and 15, the people are picking it from there. Okay, so let's read the highlighted scriptures, verses 14 and 15. Azakah is as strong as couching down between two burdens, and he saw that rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. Okay, all right. So some people say that I think there's a Bantu word, istaka, okay, meaning a servant, and all that. So they say that it's Azakah is istaka and all that, but remember, we are saying that the remnants are Botswana and Soto, okay? And so this is the proper name of Azakah. All right, okay. So now my belief is that the word Azakah, this is the word. All right, so I believe that this is the word Isana. Okay, remember that when they conversed at first, when Rachel was asking for Reuben's mandrakes, Leah, the mother, was saying, is it a small matter that you have taken my husband? Obviously, Jacob must have been staying maybe prolonged days of some time with Rachel than was doing it with Leah. Okay, is it a small matter that you have taken my husband? Now you want to take my son's mandrakes also. Okay, so now you can see that the word then is, if Isana. Okay, so Isana, the root word is Isa. Okay, what does it mean? Take one, another two. Okay, as to a court of law. Okay, so she was being particular, that this is a serious matter. It's not just like something that you take lightly. Okay, so normally Isana, we lay charges against one another. Okay, it's either this Isana, or it could be this one. Okay, Isetsa. Okay, because after Rachel received the mandrakes, that's when she somehow then Leah went and met Rachel and told her that, I got you tonight, and surely I have hired you now. Okay, so again, you look at the root word Isa. Okay, take two, present two, take to on behalf of. Okay, so isetsa. So I believe that Isaacar is isetsa. Okay, and if you follow the blessing as well, it's I think something to do with service. Okay, so when you are, I mean, when I take something, help take something to a place. Okay, is that not service? Not so much of, not necessarily being a servant, um, um, but it's to do with service. Okay, all right. So I believe that Isaacar is isetsa. Okay, to present to. Okay, let's look at the blessing of Isaacar, and we will understand what we are talking about. Okay, so if you look at the word servant, as we look at it, okay, it talks about Azaka being a servant unto tribute. Okay, and now there's this word mudiredi. Okay, and notice the mudi. Okay, remember we saying that mudi or more is the name of the sun, meaning roots. Okay, remember we say that mudimo means Alpha and Omega, and that Mudi is the roots, and the roots is the beginning. And then we say Dimo is the top end, and that top end is Omega. And so when we say Mudi ready, this is okay. So that's just my take that this Mudi ready. Okay, this is the role that Azaka will be playing, because he will be perhaps maybe if you like the bridge between the royal king, and perhaps the subjects. Okay, a link between the king and the servants, as you whether he's delivering the messages or tribute or taking goods from the people to the king, or the message and all that. So that's just my take on that. Okay, all right, so let's move on to the next word item. Okay, so verse 19, and Leah conceived again and bare Jacob the sixth son. Okay, and Leah said, God hath endued me with a good dowry. Now will my husband dwell with me, because I have borne him 6 sons. And she called his name Zebulon. Okay, Zebulon. Okay, so now if you look at the word, what is happening here, firstly, if you look in Setswana, what is 6? There are 2 words that means 6. It's either borataro. Okay, notice rata. Okay, so because now Leah has 6 children, if you like, waratiwa. Okay, there is no how a man who or a man who has a wife who has mothered 6 children a rational man in this case, or a righteous man, will abandon her, or so she's saying, I've born him 6 sons. Okay, so it brings confidence. So 6 in Setswana is borataro, 3 is boraro, and 6 is borataro, and rata denotes love. But if you also look at the word 6, it can also mean telela. Okay, that means that to live for. Okay, to live for. So you can say that Leah has 6 sons. Maybe that's why she's mentioning it, because 6 means telela. Okay, so this man will be living now for her, or she living for him. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Oh, okay, all right. So like as I'm saying, six is the word that it's Telela, okay, but others may say it's seven, but it's actually six, Telela, but the other word is Orataro, okay, from Rata. Now he will, my husband, dwell with me, okay, because I have borne him 6 sons, okay, and you call his name Zebulon, okay. Now Ghana, you're supposed to focus on the word Zebulon. Now Zebulon, others have said that it means maybe copper, the finest, in Jabulo, or and some Bantu other words for copper or finest. Okay, but now we need to look at this word. This is Tswana and Sotho word, and let me show you what it means. Okay, Zabulon. Okay, this is the word Tsabunya. Okay, Tsabunya. 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 Okay, now what does Tsabunya means? It means simply stab. Okay. Now, if you just look at here, it may not necessarily make any sense that why will Zabulon be called stab? Okay. But you have to understand that this is old Setswana. This is I'm using the book Setswana English, Setswana Dictionary, okay, and for educational purposes, perhaps maybe I need to even give some reference. This is ISBN 99912 quad 73. Okay, that's the ISBN number. Okay, so now published, the first publication was in 1875. Okay, so now when you look at this word stab, okay, it's an expression of endeavor. Okay, let me give you examples. It's in a sentence. Okay, here I'm at Google. Okay, I'm looking at the word endeavor, the meaning of it. Okay, and so if you look at the various meaning, okay, the verb is like try hard to do or achieve something. Okay, now for example, he is endeavoring to help the third world. Okay, and if you look at the synonyms, try, attempt, venture, undertake, aspire, aim, seek, set out, strive, struggle, labor, toil, work hard, try hard, exert oneself, apply oneself, do one's best, do one's utmost, give one's all, be at pains, work at, try one's hand at, slog away, give something a will, have a go at, have a shot at. Okay, now this is where we are arriving at what Leia had been trying to do, have a stab at. Okay, so this is the name that Zebulon, what it means. Okay, because now Leah, she had now 6 sons, okay, with Jacob, and she was expressing her endeavorment, if you like. She had a stab at, and that is called Tsabunya. Okay, that is what Zebulon means. Tsabunya. Okay, have a stab at. Okay, so that she can win the love, or the get the assurance of her husband Jacob. Okay, so have a stab at. Okay, that's what we are saying here. And even if you look at what Google talks about when we mean when we want to understand what step is. Okay, so it also have some endeavor. Okay, the second is an attempt to do something. Okay, so as you can see, an attempt to do something. Meredith made a feeble step at joining in. The synonyms: attempt, try, effort, endeavor. Okay, so you can see what step is. Okay, stab. Okay, this is what it sounds like. Okay, all right, so that's the second. So tabunya. All right, so let's continue. Okay, all right, let's continue. And afterwards she bare a daughter and called her name Dinah. Okay, I believe that this is dineo. Okay, a gift. All right, so verse 22, and God remembered Rachel, and God hearkened to her and opened her womb. Okay, so this is the second wife, Rachel, who was having children through her handmaid, who became a wife. Okay, but now she now begins to have her own children. And in verse 23, and she conceived and bare a son, and said, God hath taken away my reproach. Okay, and she called his name Joseph, and said, the Lord shall add to me another son. Okay, so let's unpack what Joseph means. Right. Okay, all right, so I believe that Joseph, okay, his name is Yosafa. Okay, Yosafa. This is the root word Safa. Okay, Safa. This is Safa. Okay, now what does this mean? This means spend, squander, lavish, give away foolishly. Okay, so if you remember the story of Joseph, was he not given away foolishly by his 12 brothers? Okay, so this is his name. Okay, when he was sold to Egypt, okay, they gave him foolishly. Okay, and also if you look at the word lavish, was he not given? Maybe let's look at what the word lavish means from maybe Google. This is what it means: lavish. Okay, a lavish banquet is an example. Okay, it means sumptuously rich, elaborate, or luxurious. If you look at luxurious, lush, gorgeous, costly, opulent, grand, elaborate, splendid, rich, regal, ornate, expensive, pretentious, showy, fancy, posh. Okay, so you can see, was he not given the coats of many colors? Okay, so that was fancy, that was luxurious, the coats of many colors. Okay, so this is Joseph. Okay, this is Yosaf. We know that J was not there, and it was invented in 1824. So we know that the word is Yosaf. Okay, meaning luxurious. Okay, all right. We also see that if you look at the English word here, give. Okay, there is Naya Nta, meaning to for one's own, Naya. Okay, for another, Nela. Okay, to oneself. But if you go through, give away foolishly or squander, Safa. Okay, and remember that Rachel, the second woman, the wife and of Joseph, blessed are those who wait upon the Lord. Okay, she had been humbled for some time; she couldn't have children, but when now she received Joseph, Joseph was a blessing. I think this is a lesson for us. Blessed are those who wait upon the Lord. If we humble ourselves and we wait upon the Lord, you get the richest blessings. Now, Safa, this is it. Okay, if you don't see it, this is it. Safa, Safa. Okay, and so now let's look at the blessings of Joseph. Okay, so now if you look at Genesis chapter 49, we are seeing the blessings of Joseph. Let's read them. Okay, but let me also impress upon your mind that as you read these blessings, think about the region that we are talking about, Southern Africa. You find Basotho, Botswana, okay, and you come to realize that, but these people, these are their blessings. But let's read them. Joseph is a fruitful bough, even a fruitful bough by a well, whose branches run over the wall. Excuse me. The archers have sorely grieved him and shot at him and hated him. Okay, you know, the apartheid era, the genocides, and all this slavery and all that. But his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the Almighty God of Jacob. Okay, the bracket and say, from whence is the shepherd, the stone of Israel. Okay, I wonder why they put it in brackets. Okay, anyway, let's continue. Even by the God of thy father who shall help thee, and by the Almighty who shall bless thee with blessings of heaven above. Okay, now if you think about what the areas that I'm talking about, blessings of heaven above. Okay, think about just the sun. Okay, in this case, especially now in Botswana, if you go to look at certain projects, Botswana and Namibia are having massive project of solar energy. Okay, even in just 5 kilometers from the capital city Gaborone, there is a solar plantation. Okay, so if you think about the sun, where you can just simply get the energy, blessings of heaven above, think about solar energy. Okay, think about the rain, blessings of the deep that lieth under. Okay, diamond. Even when we're talking about in South Africa, platinum. This is among the Bafokeng tribe of the Botswana people. We are talking about platinum. We are talking about diamond. We are talking about gold. Okay, blessings of the deep that lieth under, blessings of the breasts and of the womb. Okay, think about the cattle. You know, Botswana supplies Europe, all those 30 or 40, whatever number it is in Europe. We are supplying them with what? With beef. And Botswana, people will tell you that the meat here, there is no better meat in the world than the beef that you find in Botswana. Okay, the breast, all this in Southern Africa, it belongs to the Israelites, and this I'm saying is Basotho and Botswana. They will tell you about even the so-called Victoria Falls. Okay, the Hivites or the Zimbabweans will tell you that that's Musuatunya. Okay, Musuatunya. Okay, that is that. Okay, so the blessings of the deep. We have copper, nickel. There is coal. There is gold, there is platinum, there is oil. You know, in the Kalahari, there is a lot of oil there that is buried there, and so forth. Okay, the blessings of thy father hath prevailed above the blessings of thy progenitors unto the utmost bound of the everlasting hills. They shall be on the hair of Joseph, and on the crown of the hair of him that was separate from his brethren. Okay, so you can just see just the blessings of Safa. Okay, your Safa. Okay, how luxury, we are talking about lavish. Okay, and they're sending they're discovering big, huge, diamonds, that the world has never seen. And we're talking about the waters in Lesotho, the blessings of underground blessings. Okay, how it's even Gauteng and all these areas are supplied by that. Okay, so now that is Joseph. Okay, and then let's look at let's go back and look at the next child. Okay, I also want you to notice that even other nations are blessed or were blessed or are going to be blessed through Joseph. Now, if you recall that through adoption, so we are saying that only Israel is blessed. Okay, and we remember that Jacob then adopted Joseph's children, who was Manasseh and Ephraim. Okay, and if you look at Manasseh and Ephraim, then were adopted, and the blessings. If you we read about those blessings of Manasseh and Israel, Ephraim, that there will be a multitude of people. Even today, you can come to Botswana, whether you are from Nigeria or you're from what, we still treat you the same way, the same laws, and all those other things. No racism. You do our laws, you are fine. You break our laws, there is a death penalty, or you are going to be fined, or you are in jail, and all that. So, so this is that, and okay, so yeah, that's just so interesting. Okay, and verse 24, and she called his name Joseph and said, the Lord shall add to me another son. Okay, and she came to pass, and it came to pass when Rachel had born Joseph that Jacob said, oh, okay, I think I wanted to get to Benjamin. Okay, all right, it's just a moment. All right, so okay, we are at Genesis 35. Okay, this is what we are learning. And it came to pass as Esau was in departing. So this is talking about Rachel. Okay, for she died, that she called his name Benoni, but his father called him Benjamin. Okay, now what is this Benoni? Okay, so Benoni is this is actually Banona. Okay, simply Banona. Okay, and let's just see what Banona means. Okay, okay, so I think if you look at here, we are looking at Proverbs. Okay, the Setswana Proverbs takana ya gompieno banona ba kamoso. Okay, I think this is Sotho. The boys of today are men of tomorrow. So you can see that Banona, this is what I'm talking about. Banona. Okay. In the Setswana there's no O, it's just Banna. Banna, okay, or man. Okay, so this is what um, she was. This is Benoni. Okay, that's what Rachel, in her last words before she passed on, she called the baby, but saying it's man. Okay, but okay, let's learn from what the scriptures say. Okay, but his father, meaning Jacob, called him Benjamin. Okay, so in simple terms, what is this Benjamin? This Benjamin is Banyana. Okay, yeah, that's what the father called. Now, if you look at the word Banyana, okay, in the olden times, it referred to both men and women, or boys and girls, if you like, Banyana. Okay, but in today's Banyana, it's only referring to, girls. But let's check it out. Okay, so like, all right, so this is the word that we are talking about, Banyana. Okay, So the child will not be Banona, okay, like man. There will be Banyana, okay. So when the Banyana is or Wanyana if it's singular, a child, a boy, a boy child, a girl child. And nowadays the word is used as though it were referring only to girls, but in the past it will mean both. Okay, so this is Banyana. Okay, this is Benjamin. Okay, the so-called Benjamin, it's Banyana. Okay, all right, so this brings us to the end of our presentation. Yep, so I hope you enjoyed part 3. If you have any questions, okay, or comment, you're welcome to do so. Okay, so yeah, excuse me. So these are the last 3 patriarchs' names. Okay, Azaka, we're saying it's Isana or Isetsa. Okay, and then we have Zebulon. Zebulon is Tabunya. Okay, we talk about endeavor or endeavoring. Okay, then we talked about Safa. Okay, your Safa. Okay, which is Joseph. Okay, and we spoke about Benoni, Banona. Okay, that is then the olden way of or Soto way of saying man, but his father called him Banyana. Okay, which means it's Benjamin, or we call it Benjamin. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. All right, till next time. All right, bye.